Dr. Jeff Bond hated about 3-4 days ago, asking how Toma would match up with Holman. He said, if we wrestle the way we get against Central, we'll win. But basically, Jeff, just happy to be here, happy to be in a position where with a win tonight, they win the conference championship. They started 1:45, introductions going on. Start at 145 pounds. Jacob McGinnis for Toma. Take on Jordan Gerardy for Holman. So Indians trying to win their first MVC championship since 2000. And again, Toma's strength is in the upper weights, really from 152 on. Holman's strength is in the lower weights. They're really tough to the first 7 weights. So starting at 145 as we will, on paper, Toma should build a pretty decent lead. And then we'll see how much of a lead Toma has when we get to the lower weights. So it'll be Toma's strength to pretty much start out against Holman, which isn't, they're not real weak, mind you, but their strength really is through the first 7 weights. So it's Gerardy and McGinnis to kick things off tonight at 145. Gerardy in control of McGinnis. Gerardy is a junior, McGinnis a freshman. 2-0, Gerardy leading McGinnis. Another 2-point takedown by Gerardy. So at the moment, it's Jordan Gerardy. He'll just let McGinnis up. 2-1 is the score. Gerardy leading McGinnis. Our first match of the night at 145 pounds. Toma and Holman, the winner is the MVC champion for 2004-2005. Our first of 14 scheduled matches right now. Jacob McGinnis for Toma. Jordan Gerardy for Holman. 35 seconds to go in period 1. Gerardy still leading McGinnis 2-1. Actually just under 20 seconds ago. 20 seconds ago in the first period. Still 2-1, Gerardy leading McGinnis. Our first match of the night at 145 pounds. Ben Haines coming up next at 152 for Toma. David Heser at 160. And Gus Kuehl at 171. Your next Toma 3-4 wrestlers coming up. Haines at 152, Heser at 160, and Kuehl at 171 coming up. 2-1, Gerardy leading McGinnis as we go to period 2 now. Takedown by Gerardy. And McGinnis gets out of it for Toma. 3-1 to score. Gerardy leading McGinnis. A little more than a minute to go in the second period. Our first match of the night at 145 pounds. Jacob McGinnis for Toma. Jordan Gerardy for Holman. Gerardy leading 5-1 over McGinnis now. .40 seconds to go, second period. 5-1. Gerardy leading McGinnis. In this 145-pound matchup. .36 seconds ago now in the second period. Gerardy still leading McGinnis 5-1. 15 seconds ago in the second period now. Final seconds will tick away in period 2. And the junior Jordan Gerardy of Holman leading the freshman Jacob McGinnis of Toma by a score of 5-1. Our first match of the night as we start at 145 pounds. We talk to Jordan Gerardy right now. I believe McGinnis may have a nosebleed, which they're tending to on the far side. Again, the draw by both coaches was thought to be very key in this, as Holman's strength is really through the first 7 weights. They're very strong, and then from 152 on is Toma's strength. So we'll start at 145 and end at 140 tonight. On paper, both coaches figuring either way, it'll be very close no matter who wins. Here we go, period 3 now. McGinnis trailing 5-2 as Gerardy lets him up to start the period. Control of McGinnis, leading 7-2 now. 7-2, Gerardy still leading McGinnis. 1:12 to go in the match at 145 pounds now. Our first match of the night. Ben Haines coming up next at 152 for Toma. Gerardy with the takedown. And Gerardy in control for Holman. .45 seconds ago in the match. Jordan Gerardy in control of Jacob McGinnis of Toma. .34 seconds ago in the match. 11-3. McGinnis trailing now. 11-3. McGinnis trailing Gerardy. With 34 seconds to go in the match now at 145 pounds, our first match of the night. .20 seconds ago in the match. Gerardy still in control of McGinnis, leading 11-3. Final seconds ticking away in our first match of the night, and Gerardy will win for Holman at 145. So they win the first match at 145. Gerardy wins for Holman. So here we go at 152 pounds. Ben Haines down for Toma. Ryan Stalsberg for Holman. Takedown by Haines. He leads 2-0. 4-0, Holman leading in team score after one match. Ben Haines leading 2-0 in this match for Toma against Ryan Stalsberg. Ben Haines looking pin for Toma. So Ben Haines wins on the pin for Toma in 51 seconds. We go to 160-pound David Heser now for Toma. Heser, a senior, taking on Bryan Hanson, a junior. So Toma leading in team score 5-4 now, actually 6-4. Now from this point on, from the Haines win on, through the rest of the weights, Toma on paper is the favorite to win mostly the rest of these matches on paper. Toma the favorite to win from here on out right through 275. So the Haines win, not expected. In fact, you expected Ben Haines to win by a pin, and he did. After McGinnis lost at 1:45 in our first match of the night. Minute to go in this one in period one. David Heser for Toma. Bryan Hanson for Holman at 160 pounds. MVC Wrestling tonight from Holman. The winner wins the MVC Championship. Toma trying to win the championship for the first time since 2000. Both teams 5-0 coming in. Heser still leading 2-0 for Toma. 28 seconds ago in the first period. Heser leading Hanson. Seconds taken away in period one at 160. And David Heser will lead 2-0 after the period. There's your team score in the corner, 6-4 Toma leading. And your individual score for this match, 2-0 Heser leading on the bottom of the screen. Heser in the down position for period two now. Still leading 2-0. Heser leading Hanson. Kuehl coming up next for Toma at 171. Heser in control of Hanson. Heser leading 4-0 now. A little more than a minute to go in the second period. Heser leading Hanson 4-0. 'Less than a minute to go in the second period now. David Heser still leading Hanson 4-0. .34 seconds ago in the period. Hanson still trailing Heser 4-0 at 160 pounds. Toma leading in team score, getting a pin on a Ben Haines in 51 seconds. With 51 seconds left in the first period, after McGinnis lost to give Holman a 4-0 lead early in our first match. Final 10 seconds of the period. Heser looking pinned for Toma. He will not get the pin as the clock working against him. But David Heser leading 7-0 now. over Bryan Hanson. Had Heser had another 5 to 10 seconds, he probably would have pinned Hanson. So Heser takes a 7-0 lead to the third and final period now. This is a match Toma would love to come out with a pin, and Holman would like to stay off their back in this match if they could. .128 to go in the match. David Heser leading for Toma. 7-0. Minute 6 to go in the match. Heser still leading Hanson 7-0. Hanson was almost pinned in that second period, but the clock ran out on Heser. Less than a minute to go in the match. Heser still leading 7-0. .45 seconds to go in the match. Heser in control of Hanson. Hanson trying to do his best to stay off his back for Holman. .9-0. Heser leading Hanson. 20 seconds to go in the match. .11 seconds to go in the match. .9-0. Heser leading for Toma over Bryan Hanson. So Heser's going to win, but Hanson stayed off his back for the most part. And Heser wins for Toma. 11-0. .71 pounds now. Kuehl for Toma. So Toma leading in team score 10-4 now. Ratajczyk, the Holman wrestler, he's a freshman. Kuehl, a senior. But in the match prior to this, Bryan Hanson was almost pinned in that second period by David Heser, but the clock ran out. So Heser still gets a decisive 11-0 win, but instead of 6 points, which Toma would have had it been able to pin him, they get 4. And this match, as close as it's anticipated to be, those could be a big 2 points. We'll see. A long way to go in this one, though. But the key will be for Holman and Toma trying to stay off your back if you can. Kuehl looking pin. Kuehl looking pin. 4-0, Kuehl leading. Actually, they gave 2 points to Holman. Not really sure why. Toma crowd doesn't like it. 4-2, Kuehl leading. With 15 seconds to go in the first period now. At 171 pounds. First period, Kuehl leading for Toma. Toma leading in team score 10-4, and Kuehl leading in this match. As you can see the score in the bottom corner, 4-2 for Toma. Jacob McGinnis lost the first match of the night. Jordan Gerardy beat McGinnis 11-3. Then Ben Haines won on a pin for Toma. And then David Heser won 11-0 at 160 for Toma. And now we're at 171, Gus Kuehl for Toma. Seth Ratajczyk for Holman, a freshman. Three now, Kuehl leading with a little more than a minute to go in the second period, 171. MVC Championship on the line tonight from Holman. Tolman Holman, the winner will be the MVC champion for 2004-2005. Of a standoff, as you can see, between Kuehl and Ratajczyk. 9 seconds to go in the second period. Gus Kuehl still leading 4-3 for Toma at 171 pounds. Bryan Tillotson coming up next at 189. Greg Burton at 215. And Darrel Boyles at 275, the next 3 matches for Toma. And then we'll get to 103 after that, which will be, starting in the lower weights, the strength of this Holman team. They are strongest in the lower weights, really pretty tough on paper through the first 7 weights. Lost for Toma the first match of the night. And then Haines won on a pin and Heser won on a decision. And right now it's Gus Kuehl for Toma. Gus leading in the match 5-3 over Ratajczyk. .118 to go in the match now. 46 seconds to go in the match. Kuehl still leading for Toma, 5-3. Seconds to go in the match. And just Kuehl taken down. That's the end of the match. That's the end of the match. And we're going to go overtime, tied at 5. Overtime now. As Ratajczyk picked up a couple points. So we're in overtime. First points of any kind of win. Kuehl for Toma. Seth Ratajczyk for Holman. We're in overtime at 171. First overtime ends. Nobody scored in the first overtime, so we're still tied at 5. That's Kuehl for Toma. Seth Ratajczyk for Holman. Second overtime now. In overtime. Second overtime. Kuehl wins for Toma. Kuehl wins in overtime, 6-5 for Toma. 189 now, Bryan Tillotson for Toma. Mark Medinger for Holman. Actually, it was Nick Michel. That was the opponent for Gus Kuehl a moment ago. This is Ratajczyk. Tillotson looking pin. There it is. Tillotson wins for Toma on the pin. We go to 2:15 now. Greg Burton for Toma. Mark Medinger, the wrestler for Holman. Medinger and Burton. I want to apologize going back to that Gus Kuehl match. We're looking at the sheet wrong here. Thus, Kuehl beat Nick Michel, a junior, in overtime. So Kuehl beat Michel in overtime 6-5. And then it was Tillotson winning on a quick pin for Toma against Ratajczyk at 189 a moment ago. This is Greg Burton for Toma. Mark Medinger for Holman at 2:15 now. Burton a senior. Medinger a junior. Darrel Boyles coming up next at heavyweight for Toma. We started at 145 pounds. Holman won that match. They have not won since then, but again, keep in mind, 103 to 140 is the strength of this team, so we have yet to get to the strength of the Holman team. So Toma with the heavier weights, hoping to build a substantial lead before we get to the lower weights. 2-point takedown by Burton. Two-point takedown by Medinger. Toma and Holman tonight from Holman for the MVC Championship. 19-4 at this point. Toma leading in team score against Holman. At the 215 pounds now, Greg Burton for Toma. As period one comes to an end, Toma leading in team score 19-4. And Burton leading in this match over Medinger 3-2. Toma would love to get a pin here and would love to get a pin at heavyweight before we get to the lower weights. We'll see what happens. 1-point escape by Medinger. Match tied at 3 now. To the junior Medinger against the senior Burton for Toma. At 215 pounds. Burton with the takedown. Burton in control for Toma. And Burton looking pin. Burton gets the pin for Toma at 2:15. So we go to the big guys, the 275-pounders now. Darrel Boyles for Toma. Jordan Abeyta, a junior for Holman. Boyles in control so far of the junior. 25-4, Toma leading Holman, but this again was anticipated as he started off pretty much, with the exception of the first match at 145. From 152 on, Toma strength to 152 through 275 where we are right now. But the strength of Holman has yet to come. 103 through 140, which will be our next matches coming up. So Toma wanted to have build a pretty decent lead. And another pin here would put them at 31-4 with 7 matches still to go at the halfway mark. Scott Pierce coming up next for Toma at 103 pounds. And then Samantha Patterson is scheduled to wrestle at 112. We'll see if she will or not. That's the schedule right now. And then Lee Pierce coming up at 119 for Toma. "25 seconds to go in the first period at 275. Darrel Boyles in control for Toma. And the first period will end with Boyles on top, 2-0. Leading 2-0 for Toma as we start period 2 now. The MVC Championship at stake tonight. Holman and Toma both 5-0 coming in the MVC. The winner will be conference champion for 2004-2005. Toma trying to win their first championship since 2000 in the MVC. Got a whole lot going on and potentially dangerous hold, the official says. So Toma wanted to build a decent lead from 145 through 275. Before we get to the strength of Holman next at 103 to 140. So Toma will have a substantial lead after this match, but certainly it'll be far from over as they have their strength of their lineup coming up. Darrel Boyles would love to get a pin here for Toma against Abeyta, who's held his own so far at 275. Minute to go in the second period. Boyles still leading 3-0 for Toma at 275. 2-point takedown by Boyles. He leads 5-0 now. Seconds to go in the second period. Boyles still leading 5-0. Our 7th match of the night, so we'll be at the halfway mark after this match. Toma at the moment leading 25-4. That's going to be the end of period 2. Boyles still ahead for Toma. Toma leading 25-4 in team score, and Boyles leading 5-0 in this match. Scott Pierce coming up next at 103 for Toma. Boyles, who would love to get a pin right here, has 2 minutes to do it for Toma. Minute 20 to go in the match at 2:75. And Boyles will just let him up. .101 to go in the match. Boyles still inning, 7-2 for Toma. Abeyta trying to stay off his back for Holman, and Boyles trying to pin him. .52 seconds to go in the match. 7-2. Darrel Boyles inning for Toma. Toma leading in team score 25-4. But again, the strength of Holman is coming up. The next 7 weights is their strength. As we're finishing up with, on paper, what is Toma's strength, the heavier weights. All right, 52 seconds to go in the match. Darrel Boyles still leading 7-2 for Toma. Takedown by Abeyta. He's in control of Boyles now. Boyles still leading 7-4. 20 seconds to go in the match. 8-4, Boyles leading. Well, Boyles is going to win, but he will not get the pin for Toma. But Darrel Boyles will win at 275 for Toma. 9-4 will be the final. Go to 103 pounds now. Scott Pierce for Toma, Aaron Murray for Holman, both freshmen. So Murray in control of Pierce. Here's some trouble for Toma. And Scott Pierce stays off his back for Toma. Pierce trailing 5-0 now over Murray, who nearly pinned Scott Pierce a moment ago, and he's back in control of Scott Pierce again as Aaron Murray. Freshman against freshman. As we said before, we're getting into the strength of this Holman team now, starting at 103 pounds. Pretty much had his way with Scott Pierce in period 1 so far, leading 5-0. Samantha Patterson is scheduled to wrestle next for Toma at 1:12. That's the end of the first period, totally dominated by Aaron Murray of Holman. He leads Scott Pierce 5-1. Pierce did pick up a point. So Scott Pierce trailing 5-1 as we start period 2 at 103 now. For Holman over Scott Pierce. .1:13 to go in the second period. Aaron Murray leading Scott Pierce 6-1 at 103 pounds. Toma at the moment leading in team score 28-4, but we are on the strength of Holman's lineup right now at 103 to start it off. .47 seconds to go in the second period. Aaron Murray leading Scott Pierce 6-1 at 103 pounds. And now Scott Pierce trying to turn things around for Toma. Seconds ticking away in the period. And Scott Pierce will pick up some points for Toma. As coaches Von Hayden and Hart look on, it's tied at 6 the match now. So Scott Pierce picked up 5 points. Match tied at 6 now with Murray at 103 pounds. In control of Murray, and now Murray trying to turn things around on Pierce. Minute to go in the match. Murray leading 10-6 now. 10-6. Murray leading Pierce. With 57 seconds to go in the match at 103. So Scott trailed 6-1, tied it up at 6, and now trails 10-6 with less than a minute to go in the match now at 103. For Holman over Scott Pierce. Final seconds ticking away in this one. And Aaron Murray will win for Holman at 103. To 7, Murray beats Pierce. So Aaron Murray beats Scott Pierce 10-6. Samantha Patterson now will wrestle for Toma against Jared Bagniewski at 112 pounds. Bagniewski a sophomore, Samantha Patterson a junior. 28-7, Toma leading in team score right now. Close to a pin is Bagniewski. Hasn't pinned Patterson yet. He's close though. Seconds to go in the match. Bagniewski trying to pin Samantha Patterson. There it is. It's 28-13. Toma lead at 15 now with 5 matches to go. Brandon Pierce, a senior for Holman. Lee Pierce, a junior for Toma at 119 now. So Holman's won the last 2 matches. After Toma had won 6 in a row. Lost the first match to Toma at 145. Won the next 6. Had a 28-4 lead before we started at 103. And now it's 28-13. Toma leading Holman. Lee Pierce for Toma. Brandon Page for Holman. Two-point takedown by Lee Pierce. Kevin Sullivan coming up next at 1:25 for Tomah. (28-13), Tomah leading Holman in team score. One-point escape for Page. Lee Pierce still leading 2-1 for Tomah. Seconds tick away in period one. Lee Pierce leading for Tomah. Tomah leading in team score at the moment, 28-13. Lee Pierce leading in the match 2-1. Four matches to go after this one. 28-13, Tomah leading by 15 points over Holman. The MVC Championship at stake tonight here in Holman. Lee Pierce in control of Page now. Down by Page. And he leads Lee Pierce 4-2 now. And Page looking pinned now. Trying to pin Lee Pierce. Close to a pin for Page. And Lee Pierce gets out of it for Tomah. A two-point reversal. So Lee Pierce gets out of it. He still trails 7-4 with 2 minutes to go in the match now. Kevin Sullivan coming up next for Tomah. 7-5 as Page lets Pierce up. Pierce in control now for Tomah. Over Brandon Page. Page leading Pierce. Two-point takedown, 10-7. Page leading Pierce with less than a minute to go in the match now. Page leading Lee Pierce 10-7. As the home and crowd getting into it now, as you can hear. Seconds to go in the match. Brandon Page leading Lee Pierce still 10-7. Boom at the moment still leading in team score 28-13. With 4 matches to go after this one. 17 seconds to go in the match. Lee Pierce trailing 10-7. Escape for Pierce. And then Lee was trying to get a takedown. 0.7 of a second go in the match now. And Page will win for Holman. Page beats Pierce 10-7. So it's 28-16. A 12-point lead now for Toma, with 4 matches to go against Holman. Kevin Sullivan now for Toma. Kevin Sullivan against Paul Slatton for Holman. So Holman won the first match. Toma won the next 6. The lead 28-4. Holman has won the last 3 matches, trying to make it 4 in a row now. Paul Steffen, a junior. Kevin Sullivan for Toma. Kevin also junior. Two to nothing. Steffen leading Kevin Sullivan. 31 seconds to go in the first period now. The MVC Championship at stake tonight. Toma jumped out to a 28-4 lead after 7 matches, but the lead is 28-16 now, as Holman's won the last 3 matches. 103, 112, and 119, and they're ahead at 125 right now. Kevin Sullivan for Toma. Paul Steffen for Holman. 5.8 of a second to go in period 1 now. Going to be in the first period. 28-16. Toma at the moment leading in team score. 3 matches to go after this one. Toma's lead at the moment is 12. Josh Vollmer coming up next at 130. Willy Dorn at 135, and Casey Cullen will be the final match of the night at 140 for Tomah. Four to 1. Kevin Sullivan trails now for Tomah. Kevin Sullivan in trouble. Tomah lead down to 6 now. As Kevin Sullivan pinned a moment ago. Here's Josh Vollmer now for Tomah. Vollmer a sophomore. Ken Caldwell a senior for Holman. As we said before, they're the strength of the Holman team. First 7 weights, they're very tough. Caldwell in control of Vollmer. Caldwell leading 2-0 over Josh Vollmer. So Holman with a chance to take the lead now in this 130-pound matchup tonight from Holman. At the moment, a 6-point lead for Tomah. Two-point takedown by Caldwell. In control of Josh Vollmer is the senior Ken Caldwell. Caldwell leading Vollmer. Let's hope Josh Vollmer's okay. As they tend to Josh Vollmer right now, and let's hope Josh is okay. Seconds to go in this period. Caldwell still leading Vollmer 9/10 of a second to go in the period now. As period 1 comes to an end, Caldwell leading Vollmer 4-3. Tomah at the moment leading in team score 28-22. Tomah won 6 of the first 7 matches to build a 28-4 lead. But Holman has won the last 4, trying to win the next one, which will make it 5 in a row. Toma, as expected, won 6 of the first 7 matches, which were for the most part the heavier weights. And now we've been in the strength of Holman from 103 on, and they have won from 103 on. Trying to win at 130 pounds now. 2 matches to go after this. Hey, for a brief moment, Josh Vollmer was in control for Toma. But now it's Caldwell back in control for Holman. The MVC Championship could come right down to the final match the way it looks right now. 2 matches to go after this one. Toma leading in team score at the moment by 6. Final seconds tick away in period 2. 6-3, Caldwell will lead for Holman over Josh Vollmer. Willy Dorn coming up next at 135, and then the final match tonight will be Cullen at 140 for Toma. Caldwell, a senior for Holman, taking on Josh Vollmer, a freshman for Toma, at 130 pounds. Six to 3, Caldwell still leading Vollmer. Not anything really going on of significance. 1:21 to go in the match. Caldwell still leading Vollmer 6-3. Two matches to go after this one. Willy Dorn coming up next at 135 and Cullen at 140. The final 2 Toma wrestlers. 50 seconds to go in the match. Caldwell trying to get the pin, but Vollmer's done a nice job staying off his back for the most part for Toma. 6-3. Josh Vollmer trails for Toma. 37 seconds to go in the match now. Seconds to go in the match. Caldwell's going to win for Holman, but he's not going to get the pin. But he will beat Josh Vollmer. Will Caldwell. Caldwell beats Vollmer. 28-25 will be the team score with 2 matches to go now. As Vollmer loses 6-3 for Toma. Dorn for Toma. And Xiong for Holman. So Toma leading by 3. Now if Willy Dorn wins, Toma will win the conference championship. It won't matter what happens in the last match. And the Holman crowd getting behind their wrestler now. Willy Dorn for Toma. And Xiong for Holman. Xiong a junior. Willy Dorn is a sophomore. One match to go after this one. 28-25. Toma at the moment leading Holman in team score. Willy Dorn had him in possession, but they're out of bounds. Again, if Willy Dorn wins on a pin here, Toma wins the match. With only one match to go after this one. Willy Dorn for Toma and Xiong for Holman. Xiong is leading Willy Dorn 2-1. 25 seconds to go in the first period. At 135 pounds. Period, 2-1. Xiong leading Willy Dorn. Toma leading in team score by 3 with one match to go after this one. Willy Dorn can win on a pin. Toma would win the championship. Boy, we also have the potential for a tie with the right scenario. This thing could end in a tie with the right scenario. Three to 1, Willy Dorn trailing for Toma. Minute 20 to go in the second period. Willy Dorn trailing. Toma leading at the moment in team score by 3 points with a minute 9 to go in the second period of this 135-pound match. One match to go after this one. Cullen for Toma. Jordan Granum for Holman. For a brief moment, Willy had him on his back. And for a very brief moment, Toma crowd getting into it now. Period 2 will come to an end. Toma leading by 3 in team score. Willy Dorn trails by 1 with a period to go. And the crowd on both sides getting into it now. Period 3. At 135 pounds. Willy Dorn for Toma. Xiong for Holman. And he'll let him up. And the match is even now. And then Willy Dorn. 5-5. Match is tied now at 5. 5-5. Willy Dorn tied at 5 with Xiong. Not anymore. Xiong leading now. 7-5 over Willy Dorn. Two-point reversal by Dorn. Match tied at 7 now. 7-7 tie. With 1:04 to go in it. Match tied at 7. Willy Dorn in control for Toma. Potentially dangerous hold will stop the action. 52 seconds to go in the match. Still tied at 7. Toma leading by 3 points in team score. Picked down by Willy Dorn. Dorn ahead for Toma. Dorn leading for Toma. Willy Dorn leading 9-8. 9-8. Willy Dorn leading. I believe it's 9-8. 9-8 the score. Dorn by 1. Trying to see the scoreboard here. Jeff Von Hayden is questioning the score right here. Jeff not happy. Not happy at all. 9-8, I believe the score is. 9-8. 10-8 now. 10-8. Willy Dorn leading for Toma. Willy Dorn trying to win for Toma. Dorn leading 10-8. 10 seconds to go. And Willy Dorn's going to win for Toma. Dorn wins for Toma. So we could have a tie. Toma leading by 6 points. Final match now. 6-point lead. Casey Cullen for Toma, a senior. Jordan Granum for Holman, also a senior. 6-point lead for Toma with our final match of the night right now. Toma leading by 6, trying to win the conference championship. Cullen and Granum at 140 pounds. Minute 32 to go in the first period. 31-25, Toma leading in team score. This is our final match of the night. So I don't have to tell you, if you can do the math, that with the right scenario, this could end in a tie. Casey Cullen for Toma. Jordan Granum for Holman at 140 pounds. Granum leading 2-0 over Cullen. 2-0. Cullen trailing Jordan Granum. One-point escape for Cullen. It's 2-1. Six-point lead for Toma. Final match going on right now with the conference championship on the line. It came down to the final match as you thought it probably would. 40 seconds to go in the first period. Granum still leading Cullen 2-1, 2-2 now. Actually not 2-1. I thought they were going to give him a point for an escape. They did not. $20 seconds to go in the first period at 140 pounds. 11 seconds to go in the first period now. 4-1. Jordan Granum leading Casey Cullen. Senior against senior. And Cullen will trail after a period. For Casey Cullen, it's simple. If you can stay off your back and not get pinned, Toma will be conference champions. It's that simple. And obviously Casey wants to come back and win this match. But as long as he stays off his back, Toma will still be conference champions. Home and crowd trying to get behind their wrestler now. .131 to go in the second period. Toma leading in team score, 31-25. This is our final match of the night. Granum for Holman, Cullen for Toma. 140 pounders. Minute to go in the second period. Casey Cullen at 140 pounds for Toma. And Jordan Granum for Homer. Toma winning at the moment by 6 points. 38 seconds to go in the second period. Casey Cullen trailing 7-2 now. Under 10 seconds to go in the second period. Three seconds down to 1, and that'll end period 2. So with 2 minutes to go, it's this simple. Holman needs a pin, and if they get the pin, they'll share the conference championship with Toma. If they do not get the pin, Toma will be MVC champions. It's that simple. And for Casey Cullen right now, all this young man wants to do is stay off his back for the final minute and a half. Casey Cullen trying to stay off his back. Stay off his back. 50 seconds to go. Toma leading still in team score. Holman needs a pin to share the conference championship. If Cullen doesn't get pinned, Toma's champions. And the Toma crowd getting behind Casey Cullen now. Seconds to go in the match. Less than 20 to go. Holman needs a pin. Cullen stays off his back. 5 seconds to go. Toma's conference champions. Toma, the 2004-2005 conference champions. Holman needed to get a pin, but to Casey Cullen's credit, the young man stayed off his back. He lost the match 12-2, but it doesn't matter. (31-29) will be your final team score. So congratulations to Jeff Von Hayden and the Toma Varsity 2004-2005 conference champions. You knew it wouldn't be easy, and it certainly wasn't. 29, your final. The Indians win the MVC Conference Championship in exciting fashion, to say the least. As Casey Cullen needed to stay off his back, it looked like for a while it might not happen that final period, but he stayed off his back. And the Indians win the conference championship 31-29. Back with a wrap-up coming up next. Stay with us. Singing the coach Derek Hart. It's his birthday today. Back to wrap it up after this. Stay with us.